Hi, I'm Bennett Schneider V for the Good Man Project. Am I a good man? Am I good? What is good? I mean, I can't be that good. I'm gay.
Gay!
I've had sex out of wedlock.
Sex out of wedlock!
I had a ham sandwich. With cheese!
With cheese!
I ate shrimp!
Shrimp! Shrimp! Shrimp! Shrimp!
Well, okay, I haven't killed anyone. And I didn't commit suicide. No, I didn't. Good men just don't sit around in their underwear vlogging for online magazines. It's just not done. But on the other hand, I'm wearing a button-down shirt. And I've got a 9-to-5 job. There's been no bolt of lightning from the heavens. I'm not a little pile of smoking ashes. People seem to like me. I've got a lot of friends. If you don't believe me, check out my Facebook profile. There's about 300. So there is some evidence that there's something good happening. I think it may be that I am a good man. But how do I know? Well, for one thing, I've been told things that lead me to believe I am good by people who are older and more experienced than I am. Now, after the 60s revolution, it's kind of hard to accept that as empirical evidence. Who are these men, and why does their opinion matter? Everything needs to be scientific, everything needs to be written down, everything needs to be provable in the laboratory, or everything needs to come from a strong religious discourse upon which everyone agrees and that is unimpeachable because it is written. But the ancient tradition was that one was labeled a man, one came of age when one's elders in society proclaimed one to be so. There was a ritual, there was a ceremony that marked it. No one could mistake it because you chose the right teepee, you went off to war, you drove your first car, whatever the particulars of the ritual, there was a coming of age that was marked by society. So how, in this postmodern American mishmash, do I get to think of myself as good and represent myself as a good person in society? One of the ways is through the messages and approbation I have received from my elders, specifically from male elders, and of those, the most important is my father. My father and I didn't always have a close relationship. He was not around in my childhood, and in the years it took to get to know him in my young adulthood and teens, I didn't really know how to make that work. But once he had retired, and I had achieved adulthood, both of us could focus on our relationship with each other. And we did. And when we found each other's core values, and when we found each other's core way of being, of thinking in the world, and our philosophies about life, we found that we were very close. My father was able to do this favor for me. For a period of years, he would call me up every week and just talk. I lived 3,000 miles away from the man, but he would take it upon himself to call me every week. And at the end of every conversation, he would not only tell me that he loved me, which filled me up, but he also would tell me that he approved of me, that I was a good son, that I was a son a man could be proud to have. And that makes me feel like I am doing all right. For all my mistakes and all my peculiarities, I'm doing okay. I'm good. But what if you don't have that kind of relationship with your father? Does that mean that you are not good? Well, no, because it's not just what your father says. What does your boss say? Or your mentor? Or elder men you have known? And if you haven't known any, I encourage you to take time to develop a relationship with men who are older than you. Perhaps some who are close to you in your place in society or in your interests in the world. You may or may not have anything in particular to gain from them, but the association. Let them get to know who you are, and get to know them. It does a world of good for an older man to know that a younger man is interested in and values what he thinks and has to say and offer. And I think that younger men have a lot to gain from the approbation and attention of older men. There is a sense, once you talk to older men, that they do have experience that we have not yet been through. They're so easily dismissed in our society because they are less firm. They are weaker. They are not able to play the game as well. Their bodies and their minds show signs of being affected by time. But if you can listen to them and take the time to delve deep in conversation with them, you will find that there is a world of value and experience. And if you access it and it reflects back on you, you will find yourself uplifted and enriched. And this is one of the ways that you can come to know yourself, know your place in the world, and know that it is good by hearing it proclaimed so from your elders, from those who have lived what you have lived already, and see, looking back at what you are doing, that it is good.